And for nearly a year, rumors have been heating up about a Facebook phone. Well, Mark New just returned from a special event held at Facebook's headquarters, where it was revealed that Facebook has found a home on the Android system. Mark, what exactly does that mean?
Well, the big question has been, is it a Facebook phone? Well, the answer is, in some ways yes, and in some ways no. Well, less than a year ago, CEO Mark Zuckerberg responded to a question about whether Facebook was developing a phone, saying, quote, "It's so clearly the wrong strategy for us." Well, at Thursday's mystery event, Zuckerberg announced that Facebook was partnering with phone maker HTC, but not making the hardware, but rather supplying a new version of Facebook that is optimized on that particular phone. It's actually a newly designed Facebook for mobile called Home, and will be available for any of Google's Android smartphone users who have the ice cream sandwich or jelly bean updates. It could be quite a change.
CEO Mark Zuckerberg introduced Facebook Home. The idea, since most users look at their home screen 100 times a day, that experience should not only be more informational, but personal.
We asked ourselves, if we're all spending so much time on our phones interacting with people, then how can we make this easier? What would it look like if, instead of our phones being designed around apps first and then just being able to have some interactions with people inside of those apps, if we flipped that around and made it so that our phones were designed around people first?
So today you go into an app and then you go to Facebook. What they've done today is actually turn it upside down, and you go to Facebook first and then you get to your apps.
The new download makes Facebook front and center on the home screen. It gets more personal, especially with chat, where your friends' faces appear right on the screen while your other apps or functions can simultaneously run in the background. Facebook Home will be available for download on a number of Android devices, but it's partnered with HTC and carrier at&t to launch the HTC First, which will come with Facebook Home loaded straight out of the box and therefore optimize its features. Zuckerberg says because of Android's open source system, Facebook was able to build Home on it without having to consult with Google. Despite no announcement for an Apple iOS version, technology analyst Chris Jones still believes Apple is not the big loser in the announcement.
Facebook is deeply integrated into iOS, but it is a very much a closed environment, so Facebook can only go so far with iOS. So I don't think so. I think Apple's iPhones and iPad business is extremely strong still, and there is a good Facebook experience on both devices.
When Zuckerberg was asked to clarify his statement that users would not see advertisements on the cover feed at first, but maybe later, his simple answer was, yep.
Now, April 12th is the big day that HTC First launches in the U.S., and also the same day Facebook Home becomes available for download on Google Play. Facebook has even clearly marked on the calendar that its updates will occur once a month in order to keep it fresh and hopefully working smoothly so there aren't too many complaints. And not like anyone has ever complained about Facebook changes on Facebook, right, Michelle?
Sometimes they certainly do that. Now, Mark, I like Facebook, but I don't know if I want to turn on my phone and get bombarded by all of this information on the home screen, messages, pictures, newsfeed, all popping up. Am I alone in this view, or are other consumers going to want this? What have been the reviews?
Well, just talking to some people around there, that a lot of people had the same reaction. But that's a very good question, one that still needs to be time to be fully answered, over time when we get more feedback. But in my opinion, Facebook Home is most similar to Windows Phone 8 with its live tiles that send continuous information, often very personalized with the photos and Kitty's Corner, where you can go and isolate it for parents can go and have it for a safe haven for kids. But many analysts say Windows Phone 8 has been slow to catch on, partly because people find it too busy and complicated with so many options and different swipes that do different things in different windows. Now, Facebook realizes this and wants to keep it simple. What I saw there today, you can swipe and touch, and you can drag those messages around and save them for later or toss them right in the trash without interrupting the current app you're using. On a deeper level, Zuckerberg was asked whether this is yet another product that keeps people communicating online, but therefore less with each other offline or face-to-face. He says absolutely not, and that Facebook is merely a tool that augments communication and allows one to communicate with more people than they previously ever could. Michelle.
Okay, Mark, I'll Facebook you my thoughts on this later. Thanks very much, Mark New, live for us.